look at this dirt. It is so dry and gnarly. It's actually a bigger gap now with a flatter run-in. All right, low and fast. Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Sharknado rebuild. We're gonna start today off by testing out all the features that I've rebuilt. Jump number 3 here that I'm standing behind is fully redone. Made the lip about a foot taller, and now I'm jumping over that big fallen tree in the gap. So I'm really excited to see how it rides now. The berm is a lot less steep, it's a bit longer, and it's a lot more of a gradual curve now. I'm worried it's not gonna hook me in as well, but I think it's gonna be a way better lineup and I'll pop over that log, no problem. Also, the landing zone has been widened, brought in a little bit, and taller, so it's going to be really nice now, a nice clear landing zone. And everything else is just really easy, basic cleanups. The second jump right above me is just a quick raking. It made everything clean on the landing zone, and then I widened the takeoff. And the first jump at the very top has the exact same shape as before. All I did was fill some dirt in the low spot of the compression of the takeoff, so it's not going to have that really deep pop that it's had in the past. So I'm gonna get to the top, do a few runs through it. If it feels good, we'll go straight back into building. Want to give a big shout out to Nate for leaving me water and buckets, and he left a note. It says, "Hi Mark, water for grooming if you'd like. I'll come back and grab buckets." Nate, thanks buddy, that is sick. I love it when people do stuff like that. He even left a watering can, how nice is that? This takeoff looks way better now. I'm really glad that I waited a couple weeks before riding it because we've had a little bit of rain between the heat waves, and it's really hardened and settled in now really nicely. And I said I brought the landing in, but it's actually a bigger gap now because I thickened the landing zone and kind of rolled it forward as it stacked. So it's actually a bigger gap now with a flatter run-in, and it's looking less technical, but really outside aiming. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm really aiming myself to the left as soon as I air off this thing. Really excited to see how this is different. All right, let's go. Woo-hoo. Oh! Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Whoa, I went way more outside than ever. That does shoot you way more outside now. I can't believe that. Look how close I am to the edge.
Almost hit that tree.
Oh man. Might have to hook that berm in steeper like it used to be. It was so gnarly before because it would really pocket you really heavy and then you'd pop out of it like a rocket. Now it's more of a mellow takeoff, but it doesn't shoot you the right way anymore. That's so lucky I didn't miss that. When you change something thinking it will be better than the original and it ends up worse, that's always a bummer. And that's kind of how I was feeling with everything so far. Even this first hit here, I feel like the compression isn't as nice as it used to be. It was really deep and poppy before and almost a little too aggressive, but that pop was really nice because it made it really trickable, and it's kind of missing that flare now. So I might even dig out some of the dirt there. And then jump number 3, I'm going way more outside because I'm approaching it exactly how I used to approach it. This trail is pure muscle memory at this point, and I have to kind of take that out of my mind and approach it completely different. All right, low and fast. I'm struggling with that. It's so much more technical than before, and I thought it would be less. I can't go high off the edge anymore. It doesn't line me up right. Oh man, bummer. So I went from here, 3 inches from the edge, to another 6 inches over. That's not much of an improvement. I look at that lip from where I am, it's clearly angling me into the bush over here. So I'm just gonna have to realign that takeoff. The height is good, I'm popping over that stump, no problem. I have to get my mind around riding this hit inside is totally fine because for the last 2 years, I've had to go as high as possible off it and just pop. So I gotta think of it completely different now. not let the fallen over tree trip me out, because obviously I'm clearing it no problem. And then try to land right in the middle of this landing here, but it's definitely a struggle to get to that spot. Riding off this, I'm pointing into the dig pit over there every time. So I'm gonna have to like turn harder and then pull. And then when I rebuild this, what I'll do is I'll stack the top edge here and steepen it again. Okay, drop. There we go. Woo. Never really tried to stop there before. As long as I don't even worry about that falling over tree and really pull and aim for the middle, I'll get there. But I'm still like pretty far to the rider's right here. I'm not right in the middle still. After a little bit of fine tuning and dialing this in, it should be better than ever. Right now it's an awkward lineup. It's lower speed, but a bit more height than before. And yeah, a little bit of tuning in, it's gonna be sick. So while we're on the bike, let's do a bit more riding before diving into throwing the dirt around. Ooh. I'm back down at the very bottom of Sharknado right now. This is the last thing I worked on. It's a takeoff to shoot you over top of that fallen over tree behind me, where I'm gonna be building a landing. But I'm gonna take a pause on this and we're gonna really work on refining the shark fin up top. Obviously it's not working the way I want it to work, and we need to keep stacking dirt and steepening it. I don't think it needs to be a lot higher, it just needs to be steeper on that top edge, and it needs to hook you in so it will aim us the right direction. All right, so I got the tools behind me here, all the tools from the trail. We're gonna hike it back up to the top and get going into the shark fin. Another thing, it is very, very dry right now. It's been over a month since we got any rain. I mean, look at this dirt. It is so dry and gnarly. We actually shot the first half of this episode over a month ago. It's been a while. I haven't been out here. We haven't had any rain, but nevertheless, I wanna make some progress. Getting back up here with those tools was a bit of a grind. Did not realize how sore my feet were after yesterday. Last night I had quite a gnarly slam into a tree. Oh, all good though. We're good to build. Let's kick off the build lapses. This thing just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I'm gonna pull back a clip from the very first time that I built this originally, and you can see the difference in size. Look how small it was there. Now it's like up to my shoulders basically from the lowest point. Pretty tall, it's pretty sick, and it looks like it's angling you the right way now. If I stand on the very top of the berm the whole way, and I follow it all the way to the peak where it transitions into a shark fin here, the center of the platform is still on the outside of the landing, but it's a little more centered. Before it was kind of aiming you out to like the right of that little tree right there, and now it's to the left. So I think that's gonna make a huge difference, and I won't have to pull to get to the center of that landing. It should naturally just shoot you that way. It's looking pretty close, and once I fine tune this and shape it, we'll really be able to get it looking dialed. Anyways, I think the material is there now, and that's really all I can do today without any rain. And it's something, and something is better than nothing. I wish I could finish this right now and keep testing it, but the dirt is just way too dry. We have to wait on rain. So fingers crossed, the rain is coming soon, because we could really use it here just for the trail conditions too. Everything is so loose and dusty right now. That is it for episode 4 of the Sharknado rebuild. Let's hope we get some rain soon so I can finish the trail up, dial in that last jump, and I can get some more people out here sending it with me. All right, thanks so much, you guys, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Peace out.